What's going on, family? Welcome to the Seez Monroe Show. I am your host, and today we're here to talk about why Justice League is better than Infinity War. First off, don't get upset with me. I feel like y'all are going to agree with me by the end of this video. And also, don't throw any numbers at me. I'm a numbers guy, so I understand Infinity War made $2 billion. But today we're here to talk about the films as a whole and not their performance at the box office. So today I'm going to break down the pros and cons. And a little thing I'm going to let y'all know before I even get into the pros and cons. My cons for Justice League did outweigh my cons for Infinity War, but I still feel that Justice League was a better film. So let's go with the cons of Justice League first and foremost. Runtime. Of course, everybody know that Justice League ran with a 4-hour runtime. I didn't really think it was necessary, but I get why they did it and why it was such a battle to get this movie sent out for a theoretical release. Sorry. Um, the second con for me was the slow mo scenes. It was a lot of slow mo scenes that, hey, this movie is already 4 hours. Could we have trimmed these slow mo scenes back and made the movie shorter? Probably, and it would have helped a lot. Third issue with the film, Dark Side. I did not like that we seen Dark Side in action. I appreciated that we didn't know what the hell Thanos was doing until Infinity War. Like we knew his objective, but we didn't know how he acts and how he reacts in action. I felt like that should have been saved for the next film. Um, the fourth and final con for Justice League, the last minute Martian Manhunter decision. Um, us as fans, we're not ignorant. So we understand when you're trying to shoehorn something in there that wasn't in there at first and you're just trying to make it work. We get it. So let's go on to Infinity War. Cons first. Um, the plot holes in Infinity War was tremendous. It goes without saying that a lot of that shit didn't make any sense. It's okay. Again, we're all comic book fans, and a lot of us understand that, hey, they're not going to get it right by the book every time. So I let them pass with that. Characteristics, though. I did not like how the Hulk was portrayed to be pretty much nothing compared to Thanos. And again, those comic book fans, we know that that wouldn't be the case in any situation. Logic. The movie made no sense. And when I say made no sense, it was situations where Captain America, Black Widow, and Falcon was whooping aliens, but Iron Man, Spider Man, and Doctor Strange had issues with them. Like it made no sense. Um, the film in its entirety, it just felt like it was a bunch of cutscenes, and then they said, "Hey, we're going to make this into a film," and I didn't feel like that was a good move. Um, so yeah, those are my cons for Infinity War. Justice League pros, runtime. So I go back to the runtime because I get it. We don't need 4 hours, but to a comic book fan, 4 hours of film, not only are you able to give us every action scene that we need, you're able to break down everything that we need, and you're also able to introduce these characters and show why these characters are important to the DCEU. I felt like that could have been utilized a little bit more. So I'm gonna give them the runtime. I understand the runtime and why that was put there. Again, it still could have been a little bit shorter, but I'm with the 4 hour runtime. Where we at? Storyline. Storyline was phenomenal. It went well. Again, everybody knows that I did not like the 2017 Justice League. And I don't want to cut Zack Snyder no slack because that was still his film, and I want people to understand that. Josh Whedon edited, he filmed that film. So that was all on him. Storyline was great though. It showed us more of why Cyborg is even in these movies. Again, 2017, he was pointless. but it actually showed the importance of them in a 2021 version, the Snyder Cut version. The full film as a whole, it was very cohesive. It went well together. And honestly, I felt like if this would have been the first release of the film, it would have dominated box office, and it also would have been up for some awards for how great it was. Infinity War pros, the characters. So one of the things that you get in Infinity War, you get to see all the characters, and that's what makes you excited. Those characters are huge. I take that back. Those characters aren't huge in the comic book world, but in the MCU, those characters are huge, and you love to see them together. So that worked well for them. Storyline, it was good. Again, this story was going on for 21 films at the time, because I believe this is before Captain Marvel. So 21 films, and then it was 21. 20 films. This is the 20th film, because it was Ant-Man, Captain Marvel, then Endgame. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, just hit me in the comments. So the storyline was already worked out throughout the years, and we loved it. We loved them for it. The action sequences, of course, the action sequences were second to none. They did an amazing job on those, and again, some of the stuff was like bothersome because again, we know these characters, but I get where they were going, so I understand why they did what they did. So my cons do outweigh my cons in Justice League do outweigh my cons in Infinity War. But I'm going to explain to you guys why my cons in Infinity War are bigger cons. Let's start off with the plot holes in the film. There's not a necessity to have these guys together in this film. But this is the best time to have them in the film together. It was like these guys are not connecting. They're not being able to come together at all. And there's too many powerful beings in this film for them not to been able to get each other together. The characteristics. Again, the Hulk thing bothered me. The Doctor Strange thing bothered me. It was like these guys are very powerful beings, and the fact that you're letting Captain America's team run through these guys, and you are the guys that's having issues, that bothered me. Just the logic around the film. Like, again, Captain America guys are taking these guys out with no issue. Hell, even Vision and Natasha was having issues. It was like, it made no sense whatsoever. But again, for the film, I get what they were trying to do. And then again, the film as an entirety. I feel like Justice League, they try to break it down into episodes, but I feel like Infinity War would have been, if Disney Plus was out at that time, this would have been the episode series that they would have needed to put out there. Actually, it's 2021. It's May 2021. They still have a chance to do it now. Hell, just put it out as episode 1 through 6 and call it the Infinity Saga, whatever the hell you want to call it. But yeah, that I just felt like it was more of a series than a film, and that took me away from the film a lot. Now, we're gonna go through the Rotten Tomato scores. I'm gonna show you guys. So Infinity War is sitting at 85% tomato meter. Audience score is 91, which is great. I'm not batting an eye at that. It's a great film. Everybody feels that it was a great film. Except for me, I probably don't feel like it was the greatest, but I thought it was good. Justice League, the tomato meter gave them a 71. But look at the audience score, 95. You want to appeal to the audience. So another thing that people get a misconception of is Rotten Tomatoes is rating these films. No, this is what's happening. what the tomato meter is, and this is why I rocks with Rotten Tomatoes so much, is it tells people out of 100 people, 71 people like Justice League. That's it. They're not saying that they gave it a 7. They're not saying they gave it a 10 out of 10. They're just saying that out of 100 people, 71 of those people liked it. Plain and simple. Now, you go to the audience score, that's where you get more of, again, the same thing, but it's from the audience. And that's what I like to pay attention to, because there's been some movies that got great Rotten Tomato scores. I believe Avatar is one of them. Not The Last Airbender, but the James Cameron Avatar. Terrible film. Was it groundbreaking as far as film technology at the time? Of course. But all in all, it was a terrible film. Let's be real. The metal in it is called unobtainium. The metal that they can't obtain. It was the dumbest thing in the world. Looking back at it, I don't know why it did as much as it did. Hopefully it was all because of the technology that was in the film. But we'll get to that another day. But yeah, guys, do you agree with me? Hit the like button, comment below, tell me why I'm right, because I know you agree with me by now. So go ahead and hit the like button, comment below, subscribe, like the Facebook page, follow me on Instagram, Seez Monroe. Follow me on Facebook at Seez Monroe Show. That's if you're watching this on YouTube. But if you're not watching this on YouTube and you're watching this on Facebook, subscribe to my YouTube at the Seez Monroe Show. All right? Love y'all. Thanks for rocking with me. Peace.